Niels, thank you for being here. After months of development, testing and fine-tuning, TAGGRS V2 is now officially live. That must be a special moment. How does it feel for you?
Yeah, we're extremely happy that it all worked out the way it did. It's been months of planning, working really hard, late nights, and of course we're really happy that we were able to transfer thousands of customers to the new system.
Where did the idea for TAGGRS V2 start and why was it needed?
Yeah, we started already in 2023, and back then we launched a really great software that helped a core problem to fix your data tracking with server-side tracking. And we were quite surprised that within 2 years we onboarded thousands of customers to the new system. And when you reach that level, it requires a different organization, a different structure, a different processes. And all of these combined, we made the decision late 2024 that we wanted to rebuild our software for the scale that we think we can reach, which is quite ambitious, but in order for us to keep growing and to keep delivering the high quality service that we do, we needed to rebuild the whole software.
What core mission drove you to develop this new version of the product?
Yeah, so our core mission is to make server-side tracking accessible to everyone. And that includes also non-technical marketeers mostly. And to be able to do that, we needed to rethink our structure in the back end of our software. And our mission is to bring the complexity in the back end of our software so we can do the hard work and make the front end more accessible to a broader range of people who want to use server-side tracking. And so we made all sorts of connections to, for example, Google Tag Manager, but also other integrations with other systems that just make it easier for the user to set up server-side tracking.
How does launching the V2 bring you closer to the vision you had when you first started?
Yeah, as I just said, we integrated Google Tag Manager, for example, closer to our software, which makes sure that our customers can have an easier setup, and we can automate a few steps already for our customers. And TAGGRS V2 is only the foundation where we will build features upon. And the features that we plan to build make it easier to get from creating an account on TAGGRS towards having actual server-side tracking, and also being able to analyze and monitor your whole tracking setup.
And what does this new version say about where TAGGRS stands as a company today?
Yeah, of course, you're always ambitious, so we're not at the place where we want to be as we look when we look at our vision. But it's a really good step in towards that direction. So TAGGRS V2 is the foundation of where we want to keep building, and the features that we will build all make tracking more accessible. And so everything we will plan and we will do in 2026 is aimed at maximizing the data, making server-side tracking more accessible, getting better privacy, and getting better security for the platform. So it will be all aligned, but this is just the foundation.
Now that we know what led to this launch, let's talk about the product itself. What makes this new version different or innovative compared to the previous one?
Yeah, so we improved a lot. So it's not only the software for us, but it's also the systems that we use within the organization to make it more manageable and to have more scalability. So scalability is one. For example, for subscription management, we can now have our agencies have collective invoices, so they only have to have one invoice. It's also quite a lot faster, so the system itself runs really fast and it's also scalable in that sense. We added the connection with Google Tag Manager in, so setting up server-side tracking, the basics of it, so creating a server container, for example, is already automated. And of course, we also worked on a lot of new features within the platform itself, and most of these will be included in next launches. But as I said, the foundation is already there, and now we are going to innovate on a lot of new features.
Which problem does this new version solve better than before, and why is that important for your users?
I mean, our main users are agencies and marketeers. So tracking is something you want to set up right, and you want to maximize your data with good quality and in a privacy-friendly way. And those combined things is our aim to provide with TAGGRS. So having clear analytics, having a fast dashboard, having easy invoicing, having an easy way to invite your end customers as an agency. Those kind of things we're really focused on to get the foundations right. And now that we have a stable and fast platform, really our next steps are to build more features that align with what our core customers prefer.
If you look ahead 2 to 3 years, where do you see TAGGRS evolution going beyond this launch?
Yeah, so what we always say about data is data you can trust, which is part of our mission, part of our vision. And to be able to do that, we need to have multiple aspects within the software. So this includes, for example, analytics. This includes good monitoring of your tracking to see if there's any downtime or errors. But also we have quite a unique place in the ecosystem, just between the website and the tracking softwares, such as GA4 or campaigns running on Meta or Google Ads, for example. And so we right in between that, and our aim is to, of course, make tracking accessible. So it also means that we will build a lot of integrations between these software and between TAGGRS to make the transfer of the data as easy as possible. So there's a lot of work to do for us, and probably this will be a never-ending story, but at least when we look 2 to 3 years ahead, we want to be at a place where our main customers, such agencies and marketeers, have really good control and maximize data within privacy regulations.
Server-side tracking can be experienced as complicated. How do you keep the product easy to use while still adding new and advanced features?
Yeah, this is basically our biggest challenge. So it's easy to build innovative features, but if you put all these features into the software, it oftentimes makes it even more complex. And the real challenge for us is to get the foundations for all our customers right, also for a bit less technical customers. And when we have stabilized a basic level of tracking, then we will build more advanced features on top of that to make it even more worthwhile to set up server-side tracking.
What part of this new version are you personally most excited about, and why?
I'm most excited about how easy it is to set up server-side tracking now with the new platform. So we made all the steps really aligned with each other to get going. And it's far more easy to set up a server container now. It's more easy to find the documentation that you need to set up the tracking. We have better templates that we've built and are easy to insert in Google Tag Manager. So overall, the easiness of the setup, that's what I'm most proud of.
Let's move from the product to the people who use it every day. What does TAGGRS V2 mean for customers and partners?
Yeah, we've listened closely to our customers and partners over the last few years, and we've got a lot of feedback on how we can improve our software. And most of the logic was applied into V2. And so it really becomes easier for partners to manage their customers. It becomes easier to set up the tracking, to monitor the tracking. So we did quite a lot of improvements on that.
What is the core message you want to communicate to the market with this launch?
Yeah, V2 really reduces the complexity and gives more clarity into the status and the monitoring of your tracking.
Big launches rarely come without challenges. Let's talk about the process behind TAGGRS V2. Looking back, what's the lesson you've learned during this launch that you wish you could tell yourself at the start?
Yeah, these kind of launches are always quite complex. So it's not only building the new software, but it's also migrating everyone to the new version. As an entrepreneur, you always want the speed and you always want to be ahead of things. But the good things often take time to get right. And this is for me the most important lesson, that sometimes you have to take the time to get it right. And I'm really happy we did, and that we now have a really stable platform to grow upon.
Was there a particularly tough moment in this journey that stands out, and how did you get through it?
Yeah, for me, the toughest moment was thinking about how we were going to migrate from V1 to V2. So building the new platform was quite a thing on its own. So of course you had to think a lot about how you want the software to be, but that's on the side of running the business. But at some point you come into the situation that you have to think about how can we migrate all users without downtime, without errors to the new version. And when you have more than 10,000 customers, there's a lot of variables and there's a lot of individual demands for customers. And so you have to be able to capture all these variables, all these demands into a migration code, and be able to set it up in V2 and also do it without downtime and double payments. And this was really hard to get together and find a way for that. It took us a bit more time than we hoped. Of course, we were quite fast with the messaging that we were live on V2, but at the same time we still had to migrate a lot of users, and that was the hardest part of it.
You've told me you never worked harder in your life. Can you describe what it was like?
Yeah, it's been quite a challenging year, of course, not only for me personally, but for the whole team. We really had to get together to be able to run two softwares at the same time, and also to be able to migrate everyone from V1 to V2. So it required a lot of energy, a lot of focus. I personally had to learn a whole lot about development and to be able to bring all the business perspective into the new software. And I really wanted to understand everyone that was involved in this, because we could not afford mistakes. And so for me personally, to be able to understand everyone's perspective and to be able to make the right decisions in that was really the hardest part for me.
Finally, let's take a personal look back. Is there a moment during this journey that you're most proud of? What happened and why does it stand out to you?
For me personally, that the team got together and really accepted the challenge and built it together. Not only the development team, but also our operations team, our marketing team, our support team. They really got together and supported each other to make this a realization. It's of course a challenge for not only for the development to get the new software live, but also for the whole operations team to get everyone migrated and be of great help. But also for the marketing team to convey the message the right way. So the fact that we all helped each other and got through this way is really what makes me the most proud.
If you could talk to yourself from when you first started TAGGRS, what would you say?
That's a good question. Every phase comes with its challenges, and oftentimes when you're in this challenge, you're really blindsided and you're only focused on solving the challenges. But in the end, when you do the work and when you get together with your team and fix these things, you'll get ahead of the problem and get into a new phase with new problems. So what I would really say is that to enjoy the ride and to stay, let's say, calm within the chaos of building a startup.
That's a great ending to this interview. Thank you so much for sharing your story and insights. I'm sure this launch is just the beginning of an exciting new chapter.
Let's make that happen. Thank you for this interview.